Welcome to episode 4 of OTR with Frankie. This episode was especially exciting for me because I got to interview someone whose music really helped me get through a lot of dark times in my teen years, and is a person who now is such an inspiration for anyone struggling with addiction or mental health issues. I'm talking about Justin Furstenfeld, frontman of Blue October. Justin and I spent some time chatting about his documentary Get Back Up, which premiered last Monday, May 25th, and is now available at getbackup.tv. I highly recommend watching it. It's extremely deep and just so powerful and moving. We also chat about Blue October's upcoming album, This Is What I Live For, which comes out on September 18th. It was really great chatting with Justin, and I hope that you guys enjoy the episode as much as I did talking to him.
Hello, check, 1 2 1 2. Checking the mic like a badass motherfucker.
All right, cool, man. That's working. Beautiful. All right, I'm just gonna have to hold my phone weirdly in front of the mic, but we.
Isn't it crazy that we all have to learn how to do this Zoom stuff?
I know, and that it came out of nowhere. I had no idea what Zoom was 2 months ago.
Can you believe the people that bought and made up Zoom, how much dough they're making right now?
It's crazy. It's absolutely unbelievable.
Geez, man, if I was only invested in Skype or Zoom or Facebook or, oh, Lord, it'd be crazy. But hey, we got each other, right? We got our lives.
We got it. We made it work. Yeah, man, when I saw that I had an opportunity to talk to you, I was so excited. My inner 16-year-old broke inside and was like, oh my god, this is amazing. So
oh dude, that's great.
Yeah, dude, so this is huge.
Thank you.
But I do know we have limited time, and I do have a ton of questions, so I just wanted to start off and say that I hope during all of this COVID, this craziness, that you and all your loved ones are all safe and staying healthy.
Oh, we are. We're being over healthy because my youngest daughter has asthma, like severe asthma, and my father has cancer. So we're literally being the safest that we can possibly be. You know. That's great.
I'm glad to hear that. Wow, I'm glad to hear that you guys are staying healthy.
We're doing good.
Good, man. Yeah, and I know during these times, people are going through binging a lot of TV. So I was wondering what shows you've been watching.
I've watched all of them. I've watched. I'm a huge fan of murder mysteries, kind of.
Okay.
So I love Ozarks on Netflix.
Oh yeah.
I love The Outsider on Netflix. I mean, I even love Tiger King because it's just anything with murder and meth in the same show, I'm in.
Yeah, oh for sure. Yeah, Tiger King came out of nowhere, man. That was crazy.
Right? It was so good. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Do you think Carol Baskins killed her husband?
You know, it's so funny how everybody asks me that when I think it's like, I think the big question should be, do you think that the Tiger King tried to get Carol Baskin killed? I don't think he did.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think those guys set him up and they fucked him over, and now look at him. He's in jail for 30 years?
Yeah. Well, I think the trial's still ongoing. I'm not sure if it's actually been finalized, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, the Tiger King is real, man. I like that guy no matter what.
Yeah.
I think he's got
charisma. Such a personality, man.
Oh yeah, lots of personality and lots of drugs. Oh
yeah.
My god, that guy was such a crazy meth head.
Yeah. Oh, totally. Did you watch the that added episode at the end where they went back and interviewed people after the fact?
No, is it good?
It's pretty interesting. They had to do it all over Zoom again, and then you just find out that a lot of the people he worked with at least claim not to have been meth heads at the time, and all got their teeth fixed, and got a little bit of money out of it. So it's pretty interesting.
Wow. So do they talk about the drugs?
No, everyone denies it, which I think probably I don't know, people would probably do that anyway. Like, you wouldn't want to really be.
Yeah.
So.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, I know. I definitely, it's worth the check out anyway. Yeah, how's about any new like hobbies or anything? I know baking's a pretty big thing people are taking up right now.
I'm doing a lot of landscaping. Like, I'm literally outside. I live on 6 acres, so I'm
gorgeous.
literally outside, like making trails in my woods and mowing the yard and buying all the plants that I can and keeping them alive. And I just like being outside a lot.
For sure. That's good. Yeah, you need that vitamin D.
Oh yeah.
I've also been keeping tabs on your stay home live streams that you've been putting out on YouTube, man. And
hey,
hey,
thank you.
Like I'm not an addict, but it is so inspiring to hear you talk about everything you've gone through and going through the steps. I've lost some family and friends to addiction, so just seeing that, like, really I was like, holy crap, this guy's, like, you're such a cool dude. So yeah, thank you so much for doing that.
Man, thank you. And it's meant for people, that just need a little help. And I don't think people out there are knowledgeable that there's this opportunity to open up their brain and their hearts and really search through self. I think it's always just like, well, I'm who I am, I don't need any help, but it's just right there. It's right there for the taking. It really is. Yeah,
for sure. Well, I mean, to go off that, like, let's talk about Get Up Again, the documentary. I managed to get a hold of a copy. I rented it and watched it a few times. Watched it the first time with my girlfriend, who didn't know that much about Blue October, and I was just like, oh my god, you're gonna love this, it's gonna be great. And yeah, we were just so blown away, and at the end we were just stunned. Such an amazing film, and yeah, so again, so powerful, dude. Like, just great.
Thank you. Thank you.
And I know, so yeah, I do know that you've been sober since May 2012, so it's coming on 8 years.
Yeah, I'm already at 8 years, and making the documentary was literally, at first it was like an insurance plan on me not doing drugs, because I knew that if cameras were on me, that I wouldn't go use again,
Right, yeah, like an accountability thing?
Yeah, it was an accountability thing, so it was pretty cool. And then as it progressed and went down the years, and you got to see kids being born, you got to see people changing right in front of your face. You seriously got to see the beauty of recovery right before your face, and it's probably the most important thing I've ever been a part of.
Yeah, I know that truly comes through in the film, man. Everything's so raw, and I kind of went into it not doing a ton of research. I just wanted to go into it, blindly, and just be submerged into it and just really feel it. And I really did notice that your looks changed throughout in the interview, and then I was like, and then it all made sense that it like took 7 years to make this. So I was just like, holy hell, how did he grow a beard so quickly and shave his head? Now he has a mohawk, now he doesn't.
Yeah, it went on for 7 years, man. So it's like, now I was kind of chunky, and then I had a big beard, then I had a skinny beard, then I was skinny, and then I was like no beard. It was crazy to see. It was awesome, man.
Yeah, so would you, do you remember the day when you decided to make a documentary about all of this?
Oh yeah, I was in rehab, and I thought to myself, when I get out, I'm just going to film every day of my life while I get sober, and I'm going to share it with people because I'm going to be successful at it, and I'm going to share it with people, and they'll see that people can actually change and be better and be a better person through sobriety and recovery. Because there were so many, documentaries on like Amy Winehouse and Kurt Cobain, all these people that died. Mm-hmm. But there's never a documentary about somebody that succeeded.
Yeah.
And it's just sad. And I wanted to make something that gave people hope.
Well, yeah, man. I definitely think you managed to do that with us. It was
Oh,
so
what's your
powerful.
girlfriend think?
She like immediately she works in the music industry too, so she immediately was like, oh, okay, like once she started hearing the song, she's like, I totally know these guys. And then she spent the next day just listening to all your albums and coming to me crying and just listening to your old stuff, which I then did as well, and just really took me back to the first few albums were just so powerful, right? So yeah, she was
Yeah.
just like so inspired and just yeah, we both were just like left stunned, and we're just like this guy's awesome, like good for him. And we said the same thing too, that yeah, you see all these documentaries again about Amy Winehouse or Kurt, and it never ends well, and it's so refreshing to have one come out and just be like, look, this guy's like managed to pull his life together again, and he's come out on top, and he's just grabbing life by the balls, and it's so great seeing that.
Dude, I appreciate that. Thank you. That means a lot to me.
Something that also struck me, Justin, was seeing all those interviews with your bandmates and family and friends, and then I think I read somewhere that a lot of the times the conversations and things they were talking about, you hadn't actually had those conversations with them, and you learnt about this stuff through the footage. Is that true?
Yes.
How?
Yes. I wasn't allowed to watch the documentary and until it was done, and then I watched it, and I was blown away by all the madness that I had caused. You know, because if they would have told me about it, it wouldn't have been so. It wouldn't have been recovery taking its time. It wouldn't be unfolding the way God intended it to be. It would be the director coming up to me and going, hey, you should really go talk to your brother, you know, it's really sad what happened, you know. So I'd rather it be natural, and so nobody told anybody anything. And when it was over, I got the chance to really be stunned by everything.
And do you remember your first, how you felt the first time watching it? Like, how did you feel the first time you'd seen the whole thing from beginning to end?
Oh, I had to stop it like 6 or 7 times and go outside and just sit there and be like, what in the hell? Crazy. It was crazy.
Oh, I can only imagine. And do you feel that your relationships with everyone, like, there's clearly so much love that these people have for you, and do you feel that after this the relationships have become stronger?
Yes, definitely. We are now in an amazing time in our life where we can communicate better, where we can not take each other for granted, where we respect each other's boundaries, where we just love each other, you know? We've been together as a band longer than we have our marriages.
Yeah.
We've been together for 22 years, 23 years.
Which is so rare in itself, too, these days.
Yeah, because it could have ended. It could have ended really quick. 10 years ago, it could have freaking ended.
Yeah.
But these guys whipped me into shape, and they got me the help I needed, and I'll always be forever grateful for that, forever. And it's my job now. It's my job now to live the best life that I can, to thank them for that, you know?
Yeah, I totally get that. Tell me about so the director. Sorry, I might be pronouncing his name wrong. Is it Nari Niven?
Nori Nivens.
Nari Niven. So I did a bit of research on when I think you guys may have gotten to know each other, and I saw that it was he directed a couple of music videos from the Sway album, which came out after you became sober. So is this when your relationship with him started?
No, I started my relationship with him back in 2006 when I first met him, and he's just a genius. The guy's a genius. I've always wanted to work with him, and he's the only person that I trusted with my whole story, you know?
Yeah. And okay, I'd like to move on a little bit. I know we're running out of time. So
Yeah. No, you take your time, buddy. Take your time.
All right, cool. I don't know. I think the person that hooked this up said you might have some interviews lined up after, so I don't want to.
I do, but I'm just saying, like, if you're not done, they can wait.
Oh man, thank you. That's so cool. All right, well, why don't you give me your elevator pitch for the documentary if someone was wondering what it's about.
I would simply say that this is a documentary about showing people that are struggling with the disease of addiction that there is a solution. They don't have to ever pick up a drink or a drug ever again in their life. Just watch this documentary and take it to heart. It could save some lives because it saved mine. Bam.
Boom.
There you go.
Cool.
Put that in your pipe and smoke it. I'm sorry, that was not funny.
All right, well, let's talk about the album. Actually, now that I know the timeline a little better, when did you see the documentary for the first time? Because I know, like, I'm a filmmaker too, so I know, once it's done, it still takes a long time for it to go out to the public. So when did you see it for the first time?
Probably about 4 months ago.
Oh, wow. So that's very recent.
Yeah. And then they had to color it and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And but I saw it after the lawyers approved everything, and because the lawyers got to go through so much stuff. Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Crazy. Just so you don't get sued on the back end,
Gotcha.
And but it was earth shattering for me. I had to go outside and smoke like 3 cigarettes.
Yeah.
I was just like, you've got to be kidding me. This is real. It was insane. It was literally insane.
Oh man, I can only imagine.
But I was so proud of it. Because it is who I am. It is a story of how I got here.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't change it for the world because it's made me so grateful to be who I am and where I am today. It's made me so grateful.
Right. Oh, that's lovely. So with the new album, were you guys kind of finishing the album before you'd seen the doc? Like, I'm wondering again about these relationships with you and your bandmates, and seeing as you guys are like closer now. Were you working on the album before you had seen any of the footage?
Oh yeah, I'm always working on the album.
Right.
We've been working on this documentary for 7 years, so 3 albums were made during 4 albums were made during the process of this album.
Wow.
Sway, I Hope You're Happy, Home.
Yep.
And the new one, This Is What I Live For.
Yeah.
They were all made during the closing of this documentary. So we've worked together for some time, and it's just really cool to be where we are now because we all feel like proud parents of a beautiful new relationship that we all hold so dear.
Ah, that's great. Yeah, I wanted to chat a bit. Let's talk about the new album. So the title track for the album came out on May 22nd. This Is What I Live For. And in an Instagram story, you said, "This song saved my life. This song is everything to me." Could you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, I was trying to see my daughter in Nebraska. I've been fighting the legal system for years, and because I knew she was having some problems, but nobody would let me talk to her. So it was the usual same old where I try, and I just fall on my face, but I keep trying. But that's what I live for is I have to find a way to make sure you're okay.
Right.
But no one answers me. And I was in Prague when I was so sad about it, and that's why it says I walk around this lonely city to make sure you're okay, but no one answers me. It's a sad story, but she now lives with me, my daughter.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, I now have custody of her, and she lives with me, and she's safe now. But there was definitely some things that were happening that was really scary in her life, and she's been through so much that I'm just so happy that I'm able to protect her now.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful thing.
And you're the best version that you can be right now for her too, right?
Exactly.
I know you co-wrote this song with Eric Holtz and Steve Schiltz. Steve, of course, was
Yep.
part of Harvard of the South, and Eric Holtz co-wrote a
Long
lot of
way.
yeah, and he and Eric co-wrote a lot of the music on the doc with you. How was that writing it with these two guys? Have the three of you written together before?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Steve wrote "I Hope You're Happy with Me,"
Mm-hmm.
and Eric wrote some with me. But Eric really shined on this latest album because he's just such a proactive member of the Blue October family.
Mm-hmm.
That he's just a go-getter. He knows what kind of music I like. He knows what kind of music I want to write to, and so he just constantly feeds me music.
Yeah.
And I freaking love it.
Yeah? Oh, that's awesome. And then Oh My came out at the end of February 27th, I believe, is now sitting at number 18 on Billboard Alternative Song Chart, man, which is awesome. Congratulations for that.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, and I know I did catch in one of your live streams that you were... this really just put such a big smile on my face when you did this. You actually read out and thanked each individual radio station. I thought that was so cool.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, there were so many, right?
Yeah.
I was like, maybe we shouldn't do that next time because that's a lot of people, and nobody. I was really worried about it. It was funny.
Yeah. Oh.
I'm just so grateful for each spin.
Definitely, man. And I think that just goes to show that you're just such like you've come out of this and you're just embracing life and everything that it's giving you. It's giving you, life gives everyone so many gifts, and you just have to really like go and look for it. And your eyes are open and you're just seeing everything and you're just taking everything in and so happy about it all. And it's so cool. It was just like, that really like made me like laugh a lot when I saw that.
Oh, thanks, buddy. It's a good life, man. If you just let it be a good life, it's a great one.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. It's the only one we got.
That's right.
And I also know that you're really stoked with Dave Friedman and Mark Needham mixing and producing the album. Is this have you worked with those guys before?
Oh yeah, I love those. Those guys are great mixers. Great mixers.
Yeah.
I produce the albums and then I give it to them and they mix it and they're just sick. Yeah,
yeah. Wow, man, the singles sound awesome. So I'm very excited. What can we expect from the new album? How is it going to be different from what you guys have done in the past?
It rocks.
Yeah.
It's like a rocker. It's a rocker, and it's all natural band, all set up and rocking. It's like the Cure Disintegration album, where it's like it's sad and romantic, but it still rocks.
Yeah. That's a good way to describe. That's a good way to describe it. I love like the Cure reference too. I love the Cure. That's awesome.
What? Cure's the best band that ever lived.
Oh man, that's He's definitely Robert Smith is on my list. What music have you been listening to during these times? I'm sure you're like listening to so much stuff now. You have all this time. What like new music would you say is the like latest like newest band or artist that you've come across?
I really like Mondo Cosmo right now.
Okay.
I like Slow Meadow. I like let's see, who else do I like? Always like Sigur Rós.
Yes.
Really into Mondo Cosmo right now, man.
Cool.
They're really good.
Yeah.
Those guys are like real artists, and they rock hard, and it's just great.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Do you know what the last song you listened to?
I like a lot of jazz. I like a lot of old jazz, like Ella Fitzgerald and Dave Brubeck and Chet Baker. Oh shit, that's a good song. My Funny Valentine. Oh, such a good song.
Yes. Yes. Awesome. Do you know what the the last song you listened to was overall?
It would be Chet Baker's "My Funny Valentine."
Cool. Oh, right. There we go. All right, Justin, we're actually coming to my last few questions. So I do a little segment on my show, and a great resource for getting questions overall is I always go to Reddit, and any band has a subreddit. By the way, the subreddit for Blue October, those guys love you guys so much. Like I got so much like nitty gritty info on so many things, and just that community they're so good. And I wanted to get some questions that they had, so I posted. I asked them if they had any questions for you. Some of them, were watching the Q&A for the documentary and posted some questions and didn't get a chance to have those answered. So if you don't mind, I'm not going to use their usernames just because some of them are ineligible. But I'll definitely give them shout outs in the description of this. But so the first one was whatever happened to Liz Mullaly?
I had to let her go.
Yeah.
Boom.
Are you guys still in contact at all, or?
Yeah, we're friends.
Yeah. Do you know what she's up to these days?
She is a graphic designer.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, still keeping up with like doing artsy stuff then. That's good.
Yeah, it's great.
Let's see here. Another one was asking if you guys will be putting out any vinyl reissues of your older stuff.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do a box set vinyl.
Oh, wicked. Do you know when that might be coming out?
It'll be coming out in 2021, like right at the beginning of the year.
Wicked. Cool. What else do I have here? Oh yeah, so this one is pretty cool. I didn't even know about this until someone brought it up, but they wanted to know about you teaming up with Tarja Turunen of Nightwish to write Medusa. How did that happen?
She asked me to sing with her, and I did, and it was crazy cool, man.
Yeah.
I'm not used to that kind of music, and it just kind of floored me that she would want me to write with her. And we did, and it was pretty freaking awesome.
Yeah, it is. It definitely is. Let's see. Okay, two more. So, someone wanted to know why you don't play with the high E string when playing on acoustic guitar.
Because that's how I learned to play with 5 strings, and I hire real guitarists to play the hard parts.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, I'm a stunt guitarist, not a real guitarist.
It's more of a prop?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. All right, Justin, here's the last one for you. Has anyone ever told you that you look like a badass version of Michael Keaton?
No, but thank you.
I think it's the tattoos and the eyebrows. That's one of the comments I saw there.
Yeah, baby. I didn't know Michael Keaton had tattoos.
No, I think like his eyebrows and your tattoos give it the badass image. But you guys share very similar eyebrows, I think.
Oh God, y'all are hilarious.
Cool. And then to close this off, Justin, if you could just anything you want to say to the fans, just a message to them.
Just thank you so much for all your support, and this is what I know how to do on earth, is to make music and to make it from my heart and my soul, and I'd be nowhere without all of you. I'd be absolutely nowhere.
Ah, that's great, man. That's great. Cool. Justin, thank you so much again for taking the time. I really appreciate it.
Hey! Well, hey, I appreciate it, man, and you have my phone number now, so if we're ever coming to town, hit me up. Let's grab coffee.
Sweet, man. I love that.
All right, buddy. Well, you take care and call me if you have any other questions, okay?
Cool. Cheers. Thanks so much.
All right, bye, bub.
Bye.